2K Sports pregame show.
NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson with colleagues Shaq and Ken Smith. For tonight's game, we'll be watching the Golden State Warriors as they go up against the Heat in Miami. For Miami, they want to come out of the gate strong tonight. We've heard them talk about establishing the upper hand right away, not sitting back and...
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
And the performance of the Star-Spangled Banner by Linda Lynn. We are happy to have you with us tonight for the NBA on 2K Sports. Alongside Chris Webber and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan, the fourth member of our crew. From the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We're in Miami for some Heat basketball. This hometown crowd ready to go. And David Aldridge is standing...
Well, Kevin,
thanks for that, DA. And the Warriors move the ball so quickly. Their team chemistry is off the charts. And two of the better defensive teams playing tonight, Chris, they don't take a lot of plays off, do they?
No, they don't take any plays off. You have to credit their coaching staff, their culture in that locker room about that. Their defense first, but you have to make sure that you communicate just as much as you use your physical effort on the floor. The defense, a lot of times, is playing position defense first, being where you know you should, paying attention to the little things.
That communication, one of the more underrated parts of playing defense, wouldn't you say?
Oh, definitely. And one of the best at it used to be a guy named Roscoe, Ball Don't Lie, Rasheed Wallace. He was sitting that back, him and KG, and they would kind of be the anchors telling you to watch out, screen, left, man coming right, I got your back, send them to the right. Those type of things allow you to have more confidence because really, Kev, you cannot guard anyone in the NBA one-on-one, period. You're at the offensive player's mercy. You need as much help behind you in front of that basket as you can get.
Great answer. God, that was a great answer. We've got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Warriors, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Clay in the backcourt. Offense and defense with Durant and Draymond at the 3 and the 4. And it's Pachulia in at the center. Dragic with it. Johnson the screen. Raiders for 3. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Against length, he does a nice job of creating just enough separation.
Yeah, but he has a big height advantage, but that's somewhat mitigated out there on that perimeter, and you got to come check him.
Back to Durant, off the pick. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Durant's got his first bucket in this one.
Oh, in just a few years, it's safe to say Steve Kerr is one of the most respected coaches in the NBA.
Pass to Waiters. Whiteside, a screen on Thompson. Here's Waiters. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Waiters got 7 points in the game.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
Durant in the corner. A 3-ball. And another 3 for Golden State.
Sometimes you can do everything right as a defender, but it doesn't matter. Durant is just that good with the jump shot.
Whiteside, a screen on Curry. It's Dragic with the drive, and Pachulia pulls it down. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from three-point range here in the first quarter. No one near Curry as he lets it go. And another 3 for Golden State.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Waiters with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. On the wing, Winslow. Shot clock at 6. Here's Johnson. Banked in off the glass.
Too many inches being given up in that matchup. I mean, he's got no chance of putting a stop to that layup.
Raiders against Thompson. pick by Pachulia. Outside Curry. From deep. Another three for Golden State.
I like what the defense did there. I mean, I did. But I love what Curry did more.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, you know, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But you just never know.
Well, they're going to switch the call. There is no doubt, and looking at the replay, that he got it off in time.
Well, it's good they decided to take another look at it. I know some folks don't like how replay slows the game down and interrupts the flow, but when you have it there, you got to use it.
And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 2. We've got more in store for you right after this. And work ethic, a big part of Steph Curry's success, as he was not a highly regarded 5-star recruit coming out of high school.
There's obviously ways that you can get better as a player from year to year and find different ways to show, what you're capable of, and that's kind of how, my story unfolded from high school to now, is just adding a little bit of piece here, a piece there every single year.
And he's certainly become not only a complete player, but the kind of true star guys that every team is looking to build around.
You know, when he was drafted, Steph was viewed by most scouts as a great shooter. Not a centerpiece, but boy, were they wrong.
And so far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
I mean, you saw it. That barrage of threes has them grooving here after one.
Well, there's not enough defensive pressure on the perimeter. We'll see in the second quarter if that gets corrected.
And Golden State looking at who they've got. We've got West. Young is up there with Iguodala. Then there's Livingston. And it's McCaw in at the 2 guard. Chris, I know that when you go through a season, there are certain matchups that you love and certain ones that you don't. When you were playing, which other power forwards did you just dread, just did not like going up against?
Well, Kevin, I would kind of change that and say dread to me was love, meaning that I dreaded and I loved to go up against Tim Duncan because you knew you had to be prepared that night. I loved and I dreaded going up against KG. I played in the era where in 1 week, I could have played against Shaq, Rasheed Wallace, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, Hakeem Olajuwon. This is all on the West Coast, so for me, I dreaded the Western Conference, but what's so good about it is that you just have to be prepared, and you can't dread the NBA. It's like you grew up wanting to play against the best players in life, and so I really loved the fact that I had to be my best every night, or you're going to get embarrassed in the league. So it was every power forward.
Never an off night, was there, Chris?
Never an off night. And, so I can't say I dreaded Karl Malone over Barkley or Olajuwon over David Robinson or Tim Duncan over KG. It's just like, hey, man, you got to put your big boy pants on, get ready, and go to work, baby. Put your hard hat on.
And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, Miami's Eric Spoelstra is known for his focus and his devotion to work. How does he stay centered? Yoga. He said, I like it because you have to keep your eyes on your own mat. If you're not focused on the spot in front of you, you'll fall over. Kevin, that mindfulness translates across the board.
Mindfulness. That's an interesting way to look at things, D.A. Spo is a great, great communicator. Knows how to certainly get through to his team. Pass to Ellington. There's 48 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. And there's the bucket from Magruder.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Livingston passes to West.
And the Warriors bringing back the band coming into this season. Durant took $9 million less than the max. That enabled them to bring back every big-time contributor from their 2017 championship roster. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. A different look for Miami. Whiteside's checked in for Kelly Olynyk. Winslow comes in for Okaro White. And it's Dragic in for Johnson. Different look here for the Warriors. Green, he's checked in for Iguodala. Kevin Durant comes in for Nick Young. Thompson, he's checked in for Patrick McCaw. And Curry subbed in for Sean Livingston. So he picks up just 1 from the line that time. Miami's gone 3 of 3 from three-point land here tonight. Here's Ellington. He feeds it to Winslow. Foul on the play. Basket counts, so it'll be a three-point play chance.
They're scoring boatloads of buckets. It's raining buckets from inside.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Pachulia, he's checked in for David West. That's good from Winslow. 29 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Curry kicks to Thompson. Pachulia dishes to Thompson. And it's Thompson with the jam.
Taking the opportunity to explode to the bucket and punish the rim. Thompson, he'll take the easy ones when he can get them.
And here is Ellington. He's been patient so far, nothing yet on the scoreboard. Passes it to Winslow. Drills the three-pointer.
Simple screen, but there was a defensive mix-up that left the man wide open.
And so it's the Miami Heat with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Alongside Steve Kerr and Coach, what is the offensive approach going to be in the second half?
Well, we just have to do what we do, move the ball and wear them down with our ball.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everybody. Ernie Johnson here, along with Shaquille O'Neal. And it was a closely contested first quarter for Miami. They never dug too deep a hole for themselves in the first period. The most they trailed by was 5. In the second quarter, they were easily the better team. The points started coming for them in bunches, and they built a 6-point lead by halftime. Kenny, let's start with you. What'd you think about the Heat?
Well, they've been rewarded for dumping the ball.
That's it for now as the second.
Here we go now, the start of the third quarter, welcoming you back in a closely contested first half so far. One guy who's been getting it done so far. Well, Chris, as you look around the league and with all the great players in it, who would you like to have played with that's playing right now?
Wow, that's a tough one. I mean, you look at all the big fellas, I definitely would love to play with the Cousins or Davis. You look at guards, I mean, how could you not want to play with Westbrook, Harden, or LeBron? I mean, it's like telling a kid, go in the candy store, what candy do you want to pick? It might take him an hour. He might pass out just with the excitement. I don't know. There's so many great players in this league, man. It's so hard to choose one. How about you just take any of the top 10, and whichever one I pick out of a hat, I'd play with them and be happy.
I like that. How about in the past, guys you would have liked to have played with when you were playing the game?
Wow, that's late in my career, Kevin, I could have played with Tim Duncan. I've always thought that would have been like Shaq, KG. It would have been other big players at that time when you needed 2 guys inside to play. So it definitely have been guys that I respect battling and going up against, and those would have been the first I would have looked to play with. But those guys come to mind first and foremost.
Waiters and Winslow are the wings. James Johnson is out there with Whiteside, and it's Dragic in at the 1 spot. So that's who Eric Spoelstra starts the second half with. The pass to Winslow. And there's the feed to Whiteside. He kicks to Dragic. Clock at 6. Shoots over Curry. Again, Dragic missing. Warriors trail by 9. And you knew after the big decision to come to Golden State from Oklahoma City that Kevin Durant would feel some heat from fans around the league. And overall, did a good job, I thought, C-Webb, of tuning it out. And he had an incredible year, his first year with the Warriors.
You're right, Kevin. And fans can hate the fact he joined a great team, but it clearly was the right move for him. I mean, look at these numbers. A career year in so many categories. Field goal percentage, blocks, rebounds. He just played well last year.
And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And some changes here for the Warriors. Right a screen. The 3 from Johnson. The rebound by Young. The Warriors have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. West, right side, Iguodala, and the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
Wow, the balance and core strength of Iguodala, built for the AM1. Well, you know, some people say Andre Iguodala is on the decline as an offensive option, but his impact on the floor is still clear as day. He keeps the ball moving with his great spacing. He keeps that tempo and that pace, and he's still a strong finisher because he only takes high percentage shots that he's comfortable with.
The Warriors making a switch here. Durant's checked in. And with Iguodala, he isn't going to be a double-digit scorer again, it seems, the former All-Star. But you know what, Chris? He is still incredibly valuable, so productive just with his floor presence.
Iguodala is a perfect example, Kevin, of a guy who can change the game without even putting up a lot of stats. The defense that he brings to the table, that isn't slowing down either.
And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. And Ellington's checked in for O'Carl White.
Wayne Ellington.
43 seconds left to play here in the third. Johnson outside. Olynyk has the open look. And just miss after miss right now. And a wide open look for Iguodala. That drops and it comes off the assist from Livingston. Iguodala's got 5 points so far. Miami's gone 1 of 4 in 3-point shots here in the third. Johnson kicks to Ellington. Richardson with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. It's stolen by Livingston. Jumps up. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Oh, the long arms of Livingston. He just snatches the ball. I mean, he kick-starts the fast break.
Now Richardson. There's the pick. Johnson, that's for 2. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick.
Artful use of the screen there. Gains the separation he needs for a good look.
3 quarters of play in a close game here. It's the Heat up by 2. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter underway. And a moment ago inside the huddle with head coach Steve Kerr.
Get a couple stops, we get a couple runouts, we get into our flow, all right? Keep the ball moving, keep the intensity.
Steve Kerr asking his guys just to keep up the pace, play unselfishly, basically be yourself, stay in character.
Yeah, I mean, he knows what this team is capable of. Just looking for a couple of plays to really kind of kickstart that engine and give them that little sustainable groove.
All right, the fourth quarter of action getting underway. We've had a great one so far with both sides coming to play. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. A lot of length in the front court with Durant and Green. Curry is out there with Livingston, and it's Iguodala in at the small forward position.
Still with enough explosiveness and with great length to finish Sean Livingston.
Pass to Magruder. Now here's Ellington. Defense is right there. Off the mark from 16 feet out.
Man, right play, wrong result on that one. Generally, you knock those down.
Well, I like the decision making. I mean, that's a shot you want to keep taking.
Durant kicks to Iguodala. They set the pick. It's Curry outside. The shot's good on the assist by Iguodala. Now it's a 3-point Warrior lead. Timeout called, the Heat. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
They got to start guarding him out to about 28 feet because he's killing from long range.
Both teams deciding to change it up. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, guys, during the last break, I listened to Eric Spoelstra address the team. With them getting outshot from the perimeter, he told them we have got to defend the three-point line. Those threes are destroying us. We'll see if they can tighten it up, Kevin.
Waiters passes to Whiteside, buries it from about 10 feet away.
And if you came to see offense, folks, then you are getting your money's worth.
These two teams are really shooting a terrific percentage from the field. Both offenses are like well-oiled machines.
Pick by Pachulia. Jacks up a three. And there's Stephen Curry on the assist by Thompson. 15 points for Steph Curry.
Living for the big moment. His composure in the clutch is phenomenal.
Outside a screen. And Waiters gets the drive. No good from outside.
And extending the D there, putting a lot of pressure on the shooter.
Yeah, because you're spread out. It could be difficult to contest these shots, but not for him.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
And don't forget about the good hand-eye coordination. I mean, he almost corralled it in for the steal.
Outside Curry. A three ball. Yes, once again, it remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
Working those screens like a magician. Curry finds some room.
Outside a screen. And Waiters kicks to Dragic. Sinks it. And now they trail by just 4.
And the crowd is loving this long-range bomb attack that we're seeing here tonight, coming right back to answer a three with one of their own.
It's stolen by Dragic. And Waiters has it in the corner. It's good! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
And this atmosphere is bananas.
Well, guys separate themselves by how they perform in clutch situations. Give this man his props.
Picked by Pachulia. Trains it from downtown.
Oh, he's been doing this since back in the day, since back in college. Curry's one of the most clutch performers we have, really, in any sport.
Waiters with the ball. Picked up by Thompson. Johnson to screen. Nails it! And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Wow, look at the damage this young man is doing from deep. And there's another one.
What a phenomenal performance from downtown. This kid just can't miss, man.
Kevin Durant's checked in for Andre Iguodala. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth, and so they foul intentionally.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
It's the first, and that will put them up by 2.
But you know what? It's so funny. It's a lot of discussion as to whether Steph is now the face of the league. You know, something Steph himself says he gets a little annoyed with the time.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerves there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They trail by 3. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Chance now to recognize our Jordan Player of the Game, Steph Curry.
And his percentage from the field tonight seemed almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
Dragic with a wide open look. Good! And oh, that was an enormous three-pointer.
And how about the consistency from range tonight? Really impressive.
That's because he's finding his spots. No hesitation. You can sense his confidence.
17 seconds left to play here in the fourth. It's good!
And in the moment of truth, Thompson putting the team on his back, trying to carry them across the finish line.
Thompson against Waiters. Right side a screen. Here's Dragic from outside. Right between the eyes.
And no fight left in the defense there after a teeth-rattling pick.
Timeout called the Warriors. They trail by 1. 1 second left to play in the final quarter. Guys, what do you think?
And they've got enough time left to get a good look. It's got to be quick, but it doesn't have to be a heave. You can still catch, turn, and shoot. They've got one shot at it here, obviously. It's a make-or-break situation.
Got the shot! He
Just
got it!
no better feeling to be able to deliver in a moment like that.
When you hitting them like that, he's just...
All zeros on the clock as he drains the game winner.
An incredible last-second shot. He's the hero for the day.
So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really an accomplishment and crazy finish to take a road game like this and simply deflate an entire building.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Kate.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.